Hello, welcome to the Pitchy Podcast. We're your hosts, James
and Stephanie.
All right, you all. Today is a super special episode of the Pitchy Podcast, and we have an incredibly super special guest. I know we've been talking about how incredible the guests that we've had on the Pitchy Podcast have been, but you all, we actually have today in our presence the winner of season 24 of NBC's The Voice.
Hey!
He is from Team 9. We could just stop there, but we won't. We have to say that the one thing that was more awesome than his 90s 2000 rock coloration that came from his throat is that he was one of the most authentic contestants, artists, people that was kind. He had an incredibly warm spirit.
Yes.
That actually resonated through the television.
Yes.
Before we welcome him, one more thing I want to add. We claim this young man because he hails from Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Yes.
And Fredericksburg, Virginia, if y'all didn't know, it's the furthest south you can go and still claim the DMV,
hey,
where we reside. So, welcome to the Pitchy Podcast.
Hey,
Huntley.
Woo!
Let's go. You guys are so sweet. I really appreciate you guys. And I know I've been insanely busy, but I appreciate you guys making time and working with my schedule. Thank you.
Listen, we are so happy to have you. Absolutely.
We are. And thank you for just you taking the time out of your schedule to come join us. We are huge fans.
You guys you guys have been kind to me all season long, and I really appreciate that.
Listen, we have nothing but kind things to say because you were given nothing but excellence and greatness with a beautiful spirit to boot. So
thank you so much.
And Huntley, your reputation precedes you because you are the last, and of course it's poetic that you are the last person that we are talking to from season 24,
yes.
And you being the winner of season 24, but everyone that we had spoken to, all your friends, your family now, the
yes.
previous contestants of that season had nothing but incredible things to say about you as a person. You are more than just your talent.
Yes.
And they just spoke the highest, they held you in the highest regard.
Yes.
And they're definitely family, and I'm far from freaking perfect, I'll tell you that. And I know it's a TV show, and I mean, like I said, I'm far from perfect. And I think, everyone has their faults, but
yeah.
I really try to just be authentically myself. And it was crazy that I was accepted. And I feel like, winning was really cool.
Yeah.
But like you just said, like the thing that I got out of it the most was the bond and relationships that I had created on the show. It was insane. Like it was literally the coolest summer camp I've ever been to in my life.
Let's go. All right, Huntley. Again, thank you so much for your time. Here's our first question. So what did your life look like before you joined The Voice?
What people don't know is that I actually got asked to go on the season before. And I kind of had been watching that whole season that all these other contestants were on because I was like, man, that was my opportunity. And they said I just didn't make the cut to even go try out or do anything. So I got the call. I got the message one day off an Instagram post from a very nice lady. I don't want to say her name because I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but she was, just one of the casting directors because there's two ways that they do it. They either reach out to you through social or people submit themselves. And it was really cool because, I thought that was all in the past. And I was like, okay, you know what? I think that, I'm not going to have a chance to do this. I released Holding On, which was released about a year ago, which is a song about, not giving up and holding on to yourself while, sometimes your dreams really don't go as planned. So, the fact that, I was cooking my daughter spaghetti dinner and I got the call and it said California and I picked it up and I'm a jerk. And I was like, hello, can I help you? And I was doing a funny voice.
Right.
Because I thought it was a telemarketer. Sorry, any telemarketers out there. And I
Right.
had it on speaker because I was making my daughter laugh, and it was her, and she was a sweetheart. She was like, "Yeah, I just want to let you know that you made it to the blind auditions to come and try out." And she started going on about all the information, and I literally like looked over at my daughter, and we were like, "Excuse me, can you repeat that?" And they repeated it, and me and my daughter just started yelling and screaming. An insane moment, because I got, the process. You kind of get to tell your side of the story, and it's really hard being vulnerable as a guy,
Yes.
And I felt like once I made it past this part, that I wanted to be authentically myself, and through like I know that no matter how talented, there was a lot of talent. I mean, you guys heard this season. I mean, I don't think there has ever been a season like the season that we had, and I'm not saying that to be biased.
We
bias.
agree.
Hey, speaking of bias, what's
Hey,
up,
bias.
What's up, Bias?
Hey, man, we're the Blonde Bandits, man. I wouldn't have made it without him. Him, Steve, Becky, Lennon, Mara.
Y'all were the
naming
crew.
Our favorites, the crew.
Over time, people's walls break down, and we all just gain a lot of respect for each other, and just got to really know each other. So,
man, that's awesome.
The fact that I get an opportunity, it's like I didn't want to take it for granted, and I never thought I was going to win anything like this. I just thought, maybe I'll make it past the blinds. I'll be away from my kids a couple months.
Yeah.
And, hopefully, I'll get, gain some kind of fans from it. Because I was at 3,000 fans when this all started. When I got there, everybody, hundreds of thousands of fans, or like over at least 20,000. I was like, 20,000 fans. I was like, geez, like, let's go. And I was like 3,000. I literally on TikTok had 1,111 followers, and now I'm up to like 146,000. I'm like,
yes, sir.
Come on, The Voice.
Yeah, and and The Voice, they really did a good job, I feel like, of representing like who I am. I'm far from perfect. It is a TV show.
Of course.
And that's one thing that I try to stress is that, I definitely never think of myself as the most humble person, or, I'm definitely kind. My mom's from Jersey, remember, I bet some people may differ, but I'm just kind of myself. And I try my best, just try to improve like everybody else. And I feel like going on the show, I felt like I also took the time to do that. And, I found God while I was on the show again, which was amazing. And, AVO and Ephraim, shout out to you guys.
Come on.
I appreciate you guys taking me to church. That changed my life.
Won't he do it? Hey.
So I just want to give a big shout out to that, because that was amazing.
You're talking, and hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
You're talking to another Jersey girl right there.
Hi, Michael.
Jersey in the house.
Stephanie's another Jersey girl.
Jersey is in the house. Yes. Oh, that's incredible.
I knew I liked you.
Listen, and I knew there was something about you. See, we can always tell when there's something that light. It's undeniable.
I feel like I was a very weird winner. Like I don't think that I'm like any winner that really has won this show.
You're not, and that's one of the things that I loved about it and loved about you is that you were atypical to the usual winner, and it gives a lot of other atypical artists. It gives them encouragement to say, I can make it. I can make it too. I don't just have to be a country singer in order to win The Voice.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing because I've never been around so many talented musicians. It was hard if I never thought about winning, first of all, but I feel like the family and friends that I gained there, we all leaned on each other at some point through that. And I just want to thank it's like, everybody that I just said, like literally it's been incredible, And I didn't say Nene and Lila either too. They're two of my closest friends, and I just realized I didn't say the name either.
Listen, Huntley, let me go down this list and make sure I name everybody I need to name, so ain't nobody mad at me.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it's insane the bonds that you create with these people, and just a good, honest like friendship. You know what I mean? It's like I
love that.
It's a healthy space. It was really cool.
It's
like a lot of brothers and sisters I'll have for life.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
What's your favorite part of being on the show? And I have a feeling I know what the answer is, but humor us.
Yeah,
what's your favorite part of being?
I think that if besides the points that I just said to you guys, I would would say annoying Steve every day for breakfast. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just joking.
Love you, Steve.
Got jokes, Steve.
Love you, Steve.
I would say basically what I got out of the show the most was that I had the opportunity to see what a Huntley show would be like with a full, $1 million production. Like I've been playing in, bars and restaurants, and one of my favorite moments on the show, maybe not one of the most viewed, videos on the show, but Way Down We Go. It was really cool. And I'm so horrible. I can't remember the production people that were like helping us plan everything, but them letting me have my input on stuff was really cool. And the fact that they put me on a bunch of broken PAs and gear and, broken piano. And like, awesome. I thought it would be really cool to have, to have because a lot of men struggle with depression and it's hard for them to be vulnerable. And I wanted to have an all men choir behind me to show that we can stand together and show vulnerability. And I felt like having that moment and crawling down there and be able to create a story was something that I can't just do sometimes with just singing with my guitar or, but the fact that I got to do it with the best band in the world and have a show like that and kind of give people a visual, kind of like into Huntley's mind, what I felt in that song. That was kind of a good, like, I wanted to feel like men had each other in that moment and Way Down We Go, but we can relive and we can lift each other up.
Dude, you were just, and that's one of the things in my opinion that made you so special. You were therapeutic. You really were, because everything that you did was, I mean, you did not have or appear to have any shield up.
Yeah.
And you always gave us your authentic self, and it came through. And
it absolutely did.
People can see it. People can see
except for in the Barbie thing. What the heck was that?
Listen.
If I could have shown you my outfit, when I had to fight to get it up.
That was different.
That wardrobe girls, they killed it. And they put spikes on it, and she's Cash Money. She's amazing. But let me tell you something. When they told me I was about to be in a Barbie house, I feel like that was my time to be like, okay, industry, am I going to fight this? I was like, I need white pants, white shoes, and a white shirt.
That's right. That's right.
But I still did the hair flip band for them, okay?
Oh my goodness. I mean, it looked fun, but I was like, ooh, Barbie. Okay, how that gonna work with a couple of y'all?
And if you guys wouldn't tell, my mic was a little hotter than everybody else's on that.
Yes, it was, Huntley.
And I can't even say why, but that.
I was gonna say, you have enough holleration in your throat. You don't actually need the hottest mic.
But hey, man, I guess I had to have my embarrassing moment on the show, so they were like, we got to get Huntley here.
Listen, you handled it like a pro.
Yeah.
I just was thinking of like Tom, what's his name? Tom Holland, when he acted like Rihanna. That's what I was like, okay.
Yes.
I gotta
Yes, you are playing a role. It's acting.
I love it.
It was fun. So James just asked you about like one of the best things about being on the show. So what was one of the more challenging things about being on the show?
I wouldn't say like it's weird because when I say that, like, I never got like nervous before going out. It was more of like, I mean, besides messing up the words, it was like kind of that part of like performing. If I was going to say like an aspect of like the performance side is that I'm like severely ADHD and words get mixed up all the time in my head. Ooh. And I literally have to like just the beginning. If I can just get the beginning right, it just is amazing.
Huntley, stop it!
You better
get out of my head.
No, that's the key.
I said, can you just give me the first?
Just give me the first line. Yes.
I say that like during my blind audition, but I was waiting in the waiting room right before I was going, and they said they were going to get some video shots. Yeah. And I was saying my lines like, she never mentions the word addiction. And I was literally like singing over and over and over again in my head. And the camera guy was like, hey, you have to stop mumbling those words. I can't get a shot. And I was like, hey, listen, man. I was like, I got all Jim Carrey on him. But yeah, I think that, in that moment, It's just one of the things that I have to do, like the national anthem. I am never singing that again unless it's for like something crazy. But I'm good with that.
You sang it for Tampa Bay, correct?
Oh my goodness, that was crazy. I sang it for the Chargers first, so
okay.
It's a little insane because I won and I thought I was going to see my kids in a couple of days, and then I had the amazing opportunity to stay and do the Chargers game. So in the halftime, which that's never been done before in the NFL, no one's ever.
Yeah.
And that's also was the first time the national anthem was streamed on Peacock. Let's
Come
go.
Come on.
Wow.
So I thought it was a cool opportunity. I made some really good friends there. But the Buccaneers one was insane. I'm a huge Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I got to fire the cannons. I got to meet the team. I got to like live a dream out. So it was really
you
cool.
got to do all the things.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it was amazing to sing the national anthem. But like I said, that part of like the most important song in the world. And then the last week that I did it for the Chargers, I was so scared because I lost my voice, kind of how it is right now, from just, we've been doing over practices and practices. And when you get like 7 practices in a week, we were learning like 4 songs at one time, like our duet with our coach, the Barbie song, and our 2 lap songs that we had to do. And I'm just like, and then they added the Barbie song the day before I was going. I was like, what is going on?
Oh my gosh.
But,
singing some Dua Lipa.
And to second the notion, I think the hardest part about the whole show for me, though, was like literally seeing like my friends go every week. It was like, it was literally like heart-wrenching. And, I every time I made it, it was a very emotional because I knew how lucky I was to get to that point. I know people are saying, "Oh, you're talented, like you sing great," but everyone was there. It was, people like Laura Williams. I mean, that girl belts out her butt, man. You know what I mean? Like Kylie, she can sing her butt off.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, there's, Ephraim, he can sing his butt off. DJ,
we were shocked.
Noah.
Early.
Noah,
there's like so many.
There's too many actually.
The fact that the people that we had in the top, 24, it was hard to see. And then when it got down to the top 12, and Bias, Mac, not there with me with Lagat. It was just weird. I feel like there's not enough spaces for that last day. You know what I mean? It's very weird. But
absolutely.
It's a show, and that's what it is. We all know that there's no such thing as the best singer ever, or it's just at some point it becomes like a connection thing, or I don't know. Like the votes get split. I don't know. It's weird. It just didn't feel right after a while. Like, after we got through like the 100 or what so people, obviously there's people that stand out, but it's like then it got to a point where it was like, who the heck is going to go home?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. It's so difficult.
Stephanie and I would always say, Huntley, that when it got to a certain point, we would just be upset. We knew we were going to be upset.
Yeah.
Every week.
Right.
Every week.
Yeah.
Because nobody knew, like, I will be happy at this point if everyone stays.
Right. Yeah. It just gets in, and we, James and I, doing this podcast, especially, we get so invested in everybody, and The Voice does a great job of giving a story. So not only do we have you as artists and vocalists, but we also have your stories as well. And so we just, we kind of fall in love with all of you guys. So it's really difficult for us as well to watch you all go home as well. So
Huntley, this is one of my favorite questions to ask every contestant we talk to. 2-part question. What was the favorite performance of yours? And what was your favorite performance of the entire season? Who and what was your favorite performance? And the second part of the question, Huntley, you can give us multiple. Because I know it's probably impossible to pick one of who was your favorite.
I might not be able to know the song or
that's
the.
okay.
Oh, that's fine.
That's okay.
So first, what was your favorite performance of yourself?
Well, I don't want to say it was even myself. I would say it was definitely Knocking on Heaven's Door with Niall. Yeah. I think that was a really cool
it was beautiful.
Niall was a good mentor in a lot of different ways. Just making someone feel comfortable walking in a room is 98% of it. And
Come
then
on.
his knowledge, I mean, you got to respect the guy's ear, and he really took the time to like work with me. And, it's not like we're, blood brothers, but like, I mean, he's kept in contact with me and has been like, a really good friend,
Love it.
And I appreciate that. And I felt like it was a really good, like, hey man, goodbye, see you later. And I feel like that was one of the best duets ever done on the show, in my opinion.
It's beautiful.
Not to, not to sound like that. I hope I come across the right way.
No, you do. Absolutely.
Literally every time
we agree. It was beautiful.
I mean, that's one of the ones that I go back and watch and I perform. And I even, did a little post and he wrote good times because I wrote him. I said, I wish you were here with me. And I was like, it's just one of the songs where I felt like it was an honest performance.
Come on. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
And we've heard from other contestants like Niall, like he's the real deal. Like he would reach out to you all, give you all like send you all emails and text messages like, oh, I got no idea and blah, blah, blah. Like he did that throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just not for TV. That's real.
And one of my favorite things about watching Niall as a coach was watching him enjoy y'all's performances. Watch him sit there and play like fake guitar or play the drums or like he would get so excited. Like, and it was like,
I think that's why it was just so
relatable. Yeah.
I feel like we had the same energy and it was like we were playing every time I got like anywhere. It was like, hey man, let's have a good time and figure this out.
Yes. Oh,
dude,
that's
like,
so much fun.
Like it was crazy. Like whenever somebody recorded something in your hotel rooms, like you just seemed like the dude that was like not enamored, but just really taking it in. Like I'm here with all these talented people. We're singing our faces off in the hotel. This isn't going to be on TV. Like, dude, you look like you just were in heaven.
Yeah.
As much as I love being a parent, I miss my kids, but it was a really cool opportunity not having to tell someone what to do. And
listen, I know that's the... You better speak what I mean?
It was really cool mentally for me to take a step back from parenting.
Yeah.
I feel like I find myself again. But
it
was I mean, there'd be nights I'd go into Ephraim's room and, we'd both be teary-eyed, sorry, Ephraim, not calling you up.
But that's real.
It was a really cool chance as men to kind of sit back and keep each other accountable and hit the gym and work out. I just think that, the brotherhoods that I made, like, Ephraim, just having him across was really cool. And, just as much as Steve and Lennon, when Lennon left, crazy emotional time, the dude had been, I was the first person that he had met there. And, he left and came back. That was such an emotional, like, what is going on? Yeah, I was just saying that, I was really blessed with, not only the brothers that I have, but like, having Jackie Rohr. She's kind of like the big sister I never wanted, but she literally was like everybody's mom except for me. She was like an annoying sister. She's gonna hate me for saying that. No, we're super close, and I would say that we still keep in contact all the time.
That's fantastic.
Huntley, you said something really that I think a lot of men need to hear, including myself, that it's okay for dudes to bond.
Come on.
Yeah.
And bond on an emotional level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's so much taboo behind that. We have to be strong. We have to be like have this machismo about us. But being an artist, we are already feelers, right? As artists, right? So we're already sensitive guys, which is still... There's still so many negative connotations that go with that. But I love that you're talking about that. I love that you're talking about, you know what, I really bonded with Ephraim and Steve and Lennon on an emotional level. Because you needed, as guys, you all needed that emotional support.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
100%.
It really is.
All right,
I wouldn't have I don't think that I would have been in the headspace and been as grateful, regardless of win or not, if it wasn't for those bonds.
Yes. Okay, so who? Give us some performances. Give us some of your favorite performances. It can be from any part of your season. Who were you just like?
Wow.
That is almost an impossible question.
I know. First three.
How about this?
First three top of mind.
Chechi's first song I thought was insane. I think Chechi, I don't know what the name of the song was.
You said Chechi?
Yeah.
Loving You.
Yeah,
Yep.
Come on, whistle.
That. I mean, it's hard to choose. You know, I mean, going from Chechi singing, what was the song she sang? Loving You. Yeah, and she killed that. I've never seen anybody sing like that in person. And then, I mean, even, you know, Mara doing the Teddy Swim song, I felt like visually that was like...
Come on.
An insane rendition of that. And then Steve, he did Pretty Wings, which was, I mean, technically the best song. Like, I mean, nobody else could have sang that song on the season.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's when I literally looked at Steve and I was like, well, you're going to win. And, you know, and I just feel like, I mean, there was like so many good moments. It's hard to choose from, but those ones really stuck out to me. And I know I'm forgetting. Oh my gosh! And I mean, Mac doing Usher, like, oh no, who did you do? Not Usher. D'Angelo. Yes. Oh my. I mean, come on. That was just gold. That was silk. If you could say a vocal was silk, that was silk.
Absolutely. Wonderful description.
And I mean, I think that, you know, Nene, I mean, it's hard to choose from her performances. Everything she did was just so emotionally, like, gritty and dark. And Lila, I forget which one. It was her first song where I feel like people got to see Lila. I forget what the name of the song was. Maybe it was Joni Mitchell.
I was going to say, was it Joni Mitchell?
River.
Yeah, River. I think it, yeah. And I felt, I was just like, because I love her songwriting. She's one of my favorite songwriters on there.
Oof.
And I mean, I felt like, you know, I felt like that was a really intense performance. And then, you know, Lennon, he did the Jason Mraz song, which is a super powerful song. But the one that I really loved from him was the last one that he did, which is that one from the movie. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, the falling, something about falling.
Yeah. And I mean, he made John Legend cry. I mean,
epic.
he made John Legend cry.
Come on.
So, I mean, it's kind of hard to choose from one, but I would say that, you know, yeah, I mean, it's hard to choose. This season was crazy.
Yeah, you don't have to choose. You just naming them.
I would say Jackie's breakout song. I mean, White Horses was pretty insane for Jackie. I think that was the moment where people saw like Jackie as like the artist, because she's such a beautiful person.
Yes,
and then,
she is.
You know, Bias's last song that he did was just such an emotional, you know, song. It's like, you know, that's when you're like, how the heck is this guy not in the top 5? You know, I mean, it was a very emotional rendition. And I was, I mean, it's hard to choose what the best performance was.
Yeah, and somebody said it best, Huntley. I can't remember who it was that we were speaking to, but they said that I think it was Lennon, actually. He said that it felt kind of wrong to have music in a competition show because it's art, and art is subjective, and there isn't really a best, you know, it just is. And people, you know, have differing opinions on it, but there doesn't have to be a best. It was all just really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. That's what I think. All right, we're going to ask one last question, and then we're going to do a couple rapid fire questions. Huntley, since you are one of you're the only winner that we've gotten to speak to. So I think it would be really valuable for you to give some advice to anybody in this current season or seasons moving forward, just particularly about anything you would have to give as advice about the actual process of being on The Voice, like during the show, and even what life is like after. Any advice you'd like to give?
You know, I would say that definitely do your vocal warm-ups. You know, I feel kind of wrong giving advice to actually like how to get on the show, because it takes like God's grace and luck to even get an opportunity. Like I got discovered off a 500 view video, like randomly sitting on a dock. Like that's like if you go to my Instagram and you see sitting on the dock of the bay, that was the initial song that I got discovered on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I would say that maybe trust the process a little bit.
Love it.
And you know, because I only picked 2 songs this whole season. I feel like sometimes you got to understand, like, you can always learn more.
Yes.
And
love that.
Not only did I learn from the show, but I also learned from all the individuals that are around me. And I told them how grateful I was every time. I said, hey, man, like, I'm learning from you guys too, you know? And you got to be kind of like a sponge when you go into an opportunity like this. And God can put the opportunity in your face, but if you haven't prepared, like, if you're not prepared and you get an opportunity next week, it's not gonna come. It's not gonna come on. Yeah,
because preparation precedes a blessing.
Come on,
exactly, 100%, bro.
That's beautiful. All right, Huntley, we are going to ask just a couple of rapid fire questions. I'm just going to make a quick statement, and you're just going to give me the first thing that comes to mind. Ready? What is your favorite app on your phone?
My favorite app on my phone, I would say Instagram.
Me too. What is your favorite movie genre?
Comedy/act.
Love it. What is your favorite karaoke song?
Stand By Me.
Oh, really?
Oh.
You know, and I saw someone just performed it on this last season, and I was like, that's why they wouldn't let me do it. I was begging for that song.
Wow.
I was begging for that song.
Dude, can I ask you a real quick question?
Yes.
Was Black Hole Sun on your list to sing?
Jackie made me put it on my list.
I was going to say, just say yes, Huntley. You will bless James. Just say yes.
Yes.
I need you
when
to
you
sing
posted
that song.
When you posted that on the Pitchy Podcast and I need to sing Black Hole Song, Jackie was like, you better do that.
Dude, I was like, I need Huntley to sing that song. He's the only one that can do it. The only one.
That's right. That's right. All right.
I bet Nene or Jackie could probably kill that one too.
They could.
That's true. That's true.
I need Huntley to sing.
We need that deep holleration.
Black Hole Sun.
Say don't do no more. You're gonna literally knock him out of his chair.
You guys are so sweet, man. I miss watch. Like, I've been so busy, I haven't really been on watching the podcast.
Dude, you can catch up. We on YouTube. You can catch up when you get time.
You know how much I appreciate you guys.
Oh, we appreciate you, bro. 2 more. What is the album that you always come back to?
Oh man, that's a hard one. You know, I wouldn't call myself like one of those musician or artists. Like I've never really been like obsessed with any like one album or like one artist.
Right.
Or there's been like songs that just like connect with me, you know.
Got it.
You know, or just even like slight artist songs. Sometimes I don't even like all that. I mean, not that I should be judge or jury, but like I don't like whole albums usually, or like I only have certain songs.
Yeah.
And I actually am more of a writer than I am a listener, and that's kind of how I've always been.
Love it.
Which, you know, it was really weird for me to get on the show and not play my guitar at all. You know, and it was a cool opportunity for me to tell a story. So
yeah,
even though I didn't get to perform my own songs, I don't know. Like I wouldn't know what like I said, I'm not really the one to like listen to whole albums, but yeah, Ray Charles, Joe Cocker, Aerosmith, Lenny Kravitz, of course.
Yep.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh, I want to hear him sing some Get Away. Oh, that would be fire.
Too bad someone did it the season before me.
Somebody did do it the season before.
All right, so Huntley, before we close, we want you to tell our listening and watching audience anything you want to know about what you're currently doing musically and any touring projects, and of course where they can always keep up with you on the socials.
Yeah, if you guys want to keep up with me on the socials, you guys can find me at Huntley Music, Huntley Music, or you can find me at Huntley on Facebook, just Huntley, not Huntley the Voice, which is a scammer.
Just Huntley.
Yes. Or you can find me at Huntley Music Official on TikTok.
Awesome.
But you know, right now, I'm navigating this whole relationship I have with Republic, and I'm really excited to get in the studio next week, and kind of just getting ready for my show with Chase Rice at the end of the month, and Paul Russell, who sings Little Boo Thing, and we got it's going to be really cool, and we also got Mara and Justin Hook, so we have a bunch of voice contestants that are coming on.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Well, Huntley, we want to thank you so much for,
thank you guys.
Number one, taking out the time of your insane schedule.
Yes.
And it's been such a wonderful opportunity to talk to you. And just, you are everything we imagined you would be. And we wish you so much success and continued opportunities to use that once in a lifetime gift. You said something earlier that was very profound, Huntley. You said, I don't really listen to artists. And to me, that has to do with because nobody sounds like Huntley.
That's right.
Nobody sounds like Huntley, and Huntley doesn't sound like anybody.
That's right.
And that's how I can tell, like, you've developed your own sound, and that's bold, sir. That's very bold.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
We at Pitchy Podcast are so proud of you.
Oh.
I can only imagine vocally what being on a show like that, especially towards as the later rounds went on, vocally what that did, the strain that put on your voice, I can't imagine. And you not only persevered, you soared. And when the dust settled, you were the one standing. And you are our champion.
Yes.
You are our country's champion.
Yes.
And we just thank you so much, sir. We really do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys have been sweet. And I want to say thank you guys so much, not only for the kind words that you said to me, but also to tell the honest truth about people that didn't make it as far, because I think it's really good to hear unbiased people just say the honest truth and not try to look for things to pick out on people and make and belittle them. And I just want to say that, like, God bless you guys for doing that, because you don't understand that, there's some young kids that are on this show, you know what I mean? And the fact that you guys showed some people grace and also like lifted us up, I really appreciate that. And that's just the honest truth.
Oh, we appreciate that. Like we are having the best time doing this podcast. However, the beautiful unintentional consequence has been hearing that the words that we have to say actually mean something to you guys. And that just means the world to us. It means 100%. The world to us. We're so grateful to know that we can be an encouragement to all of you guys.
Well, okay, Steph. As we sign off, tell everyone what they need to hear.
I sure will. So don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy Podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you can be the first to know when we drop a new episode. And also check us out on YouTube. Search for The Pitchy Podcast and hit that subscribe button so you know when we drop a new video. And last, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Pitchy Podcast for new episode alerts, episode clips, and so much more.
Hey, Pitchy Podcast!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
All right. Well, you know what? This is officially, I don't know how it's going to come out, Steph, but this is, I think, an official wrap for season 24. And what better than the wrap with the champion?
That's right.
You guys have me back anytime.
Oh, we'd love to. We would love to.
And when you're in town, sir,
what are you talking about? You guys aren't that far?
Oh, no, we ain't far at all. We not far at all.
And local shows, dude. We'll be there.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, much love, guys. I'm going to go practice again.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.